have a short drive, less than 6 miles, along State Route 206 and Highway 395 into Minden. This is the home of the Bently Heritage Estate Distillery and Public House, a historic site that has been given a new life.
As we arrive, we're greeted by Tom Morgan.
Good afternoon.
Hi,
Welcome
Tom.
to Bently Heritage.
Thank you.
My name is Tom.
Nice to meet you, Tom.
Nice to meet you.
Hi there.
Nice to meet you.
Beautiful place.
What
It
a
is.
building.
What is the story with this building? It looks like it's been here forever, but it's certainly modernized inside.
It has been here forever.
So what was the original purpose of the building?
This was a granary. The locals brought their grains here. It was milled. It was so successful. There was a spur, the Carson Railroad, that came right outside in that bed.
And so this went from being a grain mill now to kind of distilling things a little different fashion.
Yeah, exactly. Processing the grains a little bit differently now.
Yeah. So when was it turned into a distillery? What was the story there?
So it's been under construction for 5 years. Before that, there was a year of design that happened, and we've been going ever since.
Oh, we're fired up to see it.
Yeah, I'm actually very fired up to taste it too.
I can't wait to do both
Wait
with
till
you.
the end, wait till the end. I take it you're not making butter in here anymore.
Well, it depends on how you define butter.
Woo, beautiful.
What a building. So cool.
This is Carl Distill, and it's named Carl Distill because it was manufactured by the Christian Carl Company out of Bremen, Germany. And when you are a distiller and you are an owner, that neck shape and the line arm angle matter. If your line arm's pointed up, you're going to get a different flavor profile than if it's pointed parallel or pointed down. So that line arm shape really matters to the distillers when they're using the spirit. Now this is a pot still, and when it's functioning as a pot still, you're going to heat your fluid, it's going to distill there, and it's going to come out. So, and by the way, our alcohol has to get to 95% alcohol by volume before we proof it back down to make our vodka at 40% ABV, and then we can use that as our neutral spirit for our gins.
Really cool though, and interesting.
It's such a science.
It is, it truly is.
Yeah. The distillery is one part of the impressive Bently operation in Minden, which includes the ranch where the grain is grown and the malt house where it's milled and then delivered to the distillery. This, combined with the nearby cattle ranch, gives Bently its mantra, steaks and spirits.
Such a cool looking piece of equipment.
Man.
So this structure right here that I have my hand on is called the plinth. P-L-I-N-T-H, plinth. And the Bentleys are so interested in that artistic appeal that they had a 3D model of this built before they put a shovel in the ground to make sure they'd be very happy with it. Fermentation takes 10 days. We're going to add a yeast. The yeast is going to work on it. The byproduct's going to be CO2 and alcohol. From there, when it's done being fermented, it's going to go right here to the head frame still out of Butte, Montana. That is a continuous still. That still can manage all 5,000 gallons of this fermentation tank in one day. Goes in and out at a 10-to-1 ratio, 5,000 gallons in, 500 gallons out. Do you want to guess the name of this still?
Well, if that's Carl. Carlita?
You're close. You are so close. Go with the male version of that.
Carlos?
Carlito.
Oh.
They named it after the family dog, Carlito.
That's Carlito.
This place is fascinating, and trust me, you're only seeing a fraction of the full tour. There's a real emphasis on style, and some of these spaces feel as much like art exhibits as they do distilling equipment. At the end of the tour comes the payoff. Tasting time.
Yeah, it's got a nice flavor. Gin and vodka have never been things I drink alone, or rather by themselves. Alone is maybe the wrong choice of words. But yeah, it's good. It is good.
It's wonderful to see a place with such a legacy be revitalized in a way that acknowledges its history while transforming into an entirely new enterprise. As the afternoon turns to evening, we take Highway 395 and State Route 208 through Smith Valley, Wilson Canyon, and on to Yerington for the night.